So, when it comes to the workability and the disadvantages that the negative has stated, she mentions that Cuba will not negotiate. Her information came from Pro and Con, a website that is purely opinion. She also quoted that Fidel Castro is not willing, or their government is not willing to negotiate and is going to do it on Cuba's terms. But Fidel Castro is not president. He stepped down in 2008, as well as renounced communism. So that's purely opinion. When it comes to the disadvantages, she quotes that the U.S. already does help Cuba when it comes to the policy about treaty sanctions. But the only reason that Cuba gets help from the U.S. is because of a natural disaster that happened in 2001, which was a hurricane. She talks about how the treaty allows agricultural exports, and it has limitations. She does not state those limitations, so you don't know what exactly is being limited. So it might just be corn that the U.S. is sending. So it's not everything that Cuba is having access to. She also refers to Jim Myers, who works for Newsmax, and states that Cuba has 6,000 prisoners. 6,000 prisoners from where? From the U.S., from North Korea, from Mexico. We don't know where those prisoners are from, so you can't just assume that those 6,000 prisoners are from the U.S. In January 20th, 2015, Alexandra Jeff from CNN reported that Cuba has agreed to release 53 political prisoners and has allowed Red Cross and the UN human rights investigators to access Cuba. So that just shows that they are willing. Like I said in my first statement, Cuba did release Alan Ross in December after President Obama and the current president of Cuba, Fidel Castro, had discussions about strengthening ties for the two governments. With that being said, the disadvantages and the workability arguments that she said are not significant enough to enforce the policy of lifting the economic embargo.